This is all happening very rapidly. Huntsville, you already got your 2 nights in and out, and now they're moving on to Alpharetta, but we still have the second night here to talk about July 12th, 2023 at the Orion. Yes, I believe so. Down in Alabama again this year. And look, there's a little tray heavy tonight between, some Tab stuff, some Quarantine Lonely Trip album stuff. We got Lonely Trip last night. So it had potential to be like, there was a couple times where maybe they were nearly losing me, but then they would come back strong. Now, where they weren't losing me, now Plasma, it's weird that Plasma went from like, oh, whoa, Plasma, to like, oh, I don't know, Plasma again. Like, I guess starting in maybe 2019, late 2018, it has been a regular, like right there with Blaze On, No Men in No Man's Land. Songs like this. So, a good start, but man, maybe not such a great start. Like, I do like Plasma. I'm on board with it there. Nearly a check, as you can see. And then Sigma Oasis coming in early tonight, the second song. And, almost every single time it's been played, I think maybe when it debuted, I was like, I don't know about this song. Sometimes that happens. It does take a while, for me anyhow. And then Wolfman's Brother coming strong like it always does, not getting an X. So really, these three right here, starting out the show, boom, boom, boom. It was like, okay, man, night one was strong, night two starting out great, and then Evolve. I just, I love the idea of that album, but I just can't really get on board with any of these songs, whether if it's, even Wave of Hope, sometimes, boy, you complain about Down with Disease opening up a second set. It's opened up several second sets now. And it's still just a toddler at this point. So, watch it when you're not wanting a Down with Disease opener in the second set, because you may just get that. So then Mull, and then even then Evolve, Mull following Evolve. It was like, oh, all right, I'm a Mike guy. I love Mike Gordon songs, really. The more recent, and by more recent, I guess I mean the last decade or so. Trey still got it in him, but I kind of lean more towards the Mike songs. It's a little unbelievable. Perhaps even I'm in the minority there, I would think. But what I'm getting at is, look, Mull came strong by the end of it. And it's really nice to see Trey shine on a Mike song like he did tonight on this Mull once it got to the jam. Once we got over this, just even talking about Evolve kind of jammed me up a little bit there. Bouncing around the room pretty much kind of sums up the night, We're bouncing all over the place. Brand new songs never been played, old songs, Trey songs, taking us back to the quarantine times. And then so after bouncing, we get Stash right here. Stash, not the just kind of like angry monster. This is like, sometimes it has a little bit of a split open and melt feel to it, how crazy it can get. Other times it's kind of peaceful but yet dark, quiet but yet sort of dark, a little angry. That was not the case with Stash tonight. Kind of brought just like an uplifting. All four guys, just kind of smoothly going in there. Wasn't necessarily all about Trey or Paige. While they had their moments, it was definitely a good example of all four guys. Like here, it was like maybe not necessarily taking turns, but it would be Mike and Trey or Mike and Paige. Fishman would then have his moments. But here, the band really doing what they do. And it makes sense on a song like Stash. They've been playing it for an eternity. And then they follow that up with David Bowie. Well, getting it this early in the tour, maybe we'll get some activity from Bowie this year. So strong set closer there. I guess a strong set opener. I don't even know, man. You're like, well, what do you mean you don't know? It's your video. Undecided on Plasma. Is it getting to be a little bit much on Plasma, maybe? Maybe that's what I'm leaning towards. Not scared to say it. I'll say it, man. I just don't know. All right, let's get over here to Wave of Hope. I will certainly say again, like I already said, I just can't get on board with these. So it's opening up the set with a little bit of a dud there, followed by Fuego. See, I even wrote Fuego now. No more I guess Fago Boy. I guess rest in peace, Fago Boy. He had a nice run. Late summer 2014, I guess, up until maybe perhaps this moment right now. So if you remember and you were there, maybe you were one of the people that's like, what's up with Fago? Why do they always say that? I mean, he even goes as far as to write it on a whiteboard. All right, so and it did, at the jam, and it really got going. So whatever. This opened up the set. Fuego gets going. Piper, one of my all-time favorite songs, really. And there was a minute there. It was like, oh no, are we just gonna get like a half-assed Piper? No, once it got going, and it was mostly about Trey there. Although Paige showing up there, of course, too. The Fuego jam was really kind of weird. And then it drifted into this place that kind of felt like Stash over here. It's like, oh, okay, this is where they were working to. Nice. Piper pretty much just, rocking out, of course. And then this, what was this, man? It was a Trey song. They've only played it once or so. And then making its debut right here after all this, like kind of like last night after Maze. All right, maybe we needed to cool down. Maybe they needed a little bit of like an onstage break. But Ether Edge, boy, and I'll admit, sometimes it takes me a few times to hear a song to really get into it. But then, wow, real strong finish. Somehow Mercury, people don't love it. I do. I'm a big Mercury guy over here. And then, of course, Free. Everybody loves Free, don't they? Especially the way Free's had, the last year or so. Last couple of years of Free have been monster. So that was large and in charge. Piper, obviously doing what Piper does. Fuego, still kind of getting it done, here, as it's growing. It was different tonight for Fuego, I guess. And Stash, Trey Trey in a good mood tonight. Not feeling the, we got some PhD references, of course, down here in Alumni Blues, if I can get back to where we were. Finishing strong with the Free. Mull, Stash. I guess there was some good stuff tonight. It was just the down moments. There were just really down ones for me. I don't know. Last night there wasn't a lot of that. So then you got the Alumni Blues, Jimmy Page, Alumni Blues, and then Run Like an Antelope, Finishing this sucker out like it's 1990 or something. All right. I don't know, a little all over the place. I think I preferred last night, Guess everybody's a lot of red. Once again, a lot of red. Maybe I'm overdoing it here with the Sharpie. I don't know. I mean, Free was outstanding. It was real good. Trey, man, at a certain point, Trey was like he was trying to seduce a lady in Free, I was even feeling a little bit. I was like, hey, man, Trey's not a bad looking fella, So definitely, that was good. That was a good way to end it. That deserves the red. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Did you hear? You heard that, right? It was like he spotted somebody. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get her. It was just that type of guitar, Over here, you got Guitar Hero throughout the night, of course. But right there, the ladies' man, Trey. On the prowl. Mull, strong. Mike Gordon contributing. Stash, legend. Fuego. Sigma, I like it. Okay. For one of the new songs, it's probably the best. You got a Miles Davis lick, a strong telephone ring, and the Wolfman's brother. That's all right, man. I guess it was pretty good. Gonna convince myself. All right, we've went long again. All right, guys. Boom. Thanks for tuning in once again, and we'll be here all summer doing this. Smells like Sharpie in here, man. I really went to town with the red. Woohoo! Boom. Love you guys. See you soon.